Good morning. A black screen, that's good. There, didn't even do anything. It just woke up. Good morning, folks. Hope you're well. Just going to let everyone let me know that the things sound okay. I spent a bit of time over the last few days getting all of this ready. But how are we doing? Hey, Ray. Hey, Min. Todd, hello. Em, hello. Ashley, how's it going? Wicked Wood Gaming. Who's Jonti? I've got no idea. But he's here on a Tuesday in this economy. Look at that. Economy's so bad we can't even afford all of the letters for the word. My goodness. I hope you're well. This is Coffee with Jonti. We're going to be doing this to begin with twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, hello there. It's been a long time since I've been at your channel. Well, welcome back, Tom. You're very welcome here. We're not going to speak about the before times when you weren't around. It was noted, though. But you're very welcome here. Good morning, Jan. My Planet Coaster 2 streaming buddy. Jan also streams. I think, Jan, you usually stream a little bit later, so I hope we're not crossing over. Unfortunately, this is it. This is the time I get to stream. I don't think it's the best time. I think a little bit later in the day would be better. But this is the time I'm able to do it. Love your videos, dude. Well, thank you, Tom. So yeah, this is Coffee with Jonti. It's going to be a very laid-back stream, at least twice a week. We might increase it if the numbers are there, if people are happy and people are loving it. We may do it more often. I could definitely do it at least one more day. We'll see. Are you able to turn up your audio? My audio as in me the human? Yes. Yes, I am able to do that. Let me see. That's that one, and then 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 that one. How's that? I should sound a little louder. AI Scream Queen. Jonti Stream, hello. And Delitus, how are you? There's a poll for where we go, because I haven't really got any plans for today. I just thought we'd just open the game up and start working on stuff. So I'm letting you pick between Planquatica, Fairview Lake, and Saving Storybook. Not Meanderville. We're trying to keep that a bit more sort of like premium, keeping it to videos, you know, keeping it to some sort of more structured content. Better, spot on, yeah, better. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. The problem is I probably tested all of this audio stuff last night when I was going, hello, you, welcome to GameCast. And now I'm actually here in front of real people and I'm doing my normal voice. I really want to enjoy this game, but struggle so much it's so boring. All right, we'll see you around, pal. No, it's fine, mate. I stream on European evenings on Wednesdays and sometimes Saturdays. So right now, you're perfect content to put on in my background while working. Well, it's good to hear. I am very happy. I've always said this. I don't love the idea of second screen content in the newest definition of it, where it's like Netflix are making shows knowing that you're looking at your phone. I kind of detest that, to be honest with you. The idea that like every character has to spell out exactly what they're doing because you might be flicking through Facebook or whatever. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of that kind of second screen content, but I am a huge fan of having something fun on the second screen whilst your first screen is showing boring work. So I am more than happy to be second screen content for anyone working from home or working in a position where they're able to sit and watch. Okay, well, it's actually pretty close, but it looks like Fairview's took it. I'll let it get to 50 votes, although I don't think that can change it. We're at 49. Hey, Nitro. How's it going, buddy? I enjoy watching YouTube on the game more than playing. That's fair, Brutal. You're welcome to hang around as long as you're going to be nice. Yeah, there's some games that I watch and don't really play, honestly. City Skylines. Watch a lot of City Skylines. Don't play it myself. Hey, Private Anne. 51 votes. Fairview wins it. Okay, we'll end that poll. That's fun. Look at me doing engagement. Fairview Lake takes it. So that's my parks. Fairview Lake, Load Park. It's been a while since I've been in here, actually. The last thing I did was the fish and chips and fries. Sorry, fish and chips Sharp. Did you hear me then? I need to explain that now. Ali's brother Blake calls it whenever he has fish and chips, he calls it fish and chips and fries. Yeah, so when I built the fish and chip shop, that was the last thing we did in this park. Hey, Linda, welcome. I'm glad you could make it. Anyway, this is Coffee with Jonti. We have coffee. Yum, yum, yum. I need to get like a branded mug. I need to get a Hello You mug. I had one. No idea where it ended up in the years of moving and England to Canada and everything. Todd, Jonti, very serious question. If we have tea rather than coffee, are we still welcome? Yes, of course. I mean, listen, I get started. My day starts with a bit of coffee, a couple of cups of coffee. But I'm still British. like as soon as we hit noon, as soon as the sun is past the yard arm, we shift to tea. Yes, so tea is very welcome. And also, I will say this as well. I think a lot of folks, especially in North America, I think a lot of them think that British people are very particular about their tea. And they think of things like Earl Grey and Lapsang Souchong and all that sort of stuff. I would argue that probably most tea drinkers in the UK are very straight up black tea. I even consider something like English breakfast a bit too fancy, really. You still live in Canada? Have you watched them in years? Yes, Tom. Yeah, I'm still here in Southern Ontario. Yeah. Buzzing for some information. Not played in a while. Well, I hope I can help. I won't lie. I'm going to try. You have to sort of set these live streams up, and the plan is to do them Tuesday and Thursday. I'm not particularly feeling very creative this morning. I won't lie to you. So we'll be pottering around and placing bins mostly, but we'll try and do something fun. Happy I caught you before. I have to go to my physics class today. Oh, physics. That's interesting. I've been replaying KSP, playing Parkitect for the first time. Some information. Yeah, Parkitect's great. I feel bad about Parkitect because they came out with an update or a DLC, I forget now, and it was like dinosaurs and like Greek architecture, I think, and probably other stuff as well, but the scenery was dinosaurs and Greek architecture. But it came out like right around Toy Box Planet Coaster, I think, and I hadn't got particularly much time to play games in general, and obviously you have to sort of prioritize the bigger titles. So yeah, it's a shame I didn't really get to look at it. Maybe one day we load it up on the live stream. That would be a nice thing to do. That was the other thing I want to do, especially if we end up doing more than 2 days a week with live streams. I would love one of the live streams to be kind of like a smorgasbord of just other stuff. I want to call it the steaming pile because I get a lot of Steam games sent to me as a content creator, and a lot of them look interesting but not really enough to warrant a whole video. At the moment, YouTube's in a bit of a weird spot right now. My channel's in a bit of a weird spot right now because I haven't really been sort of actively working on it for quite a while, and a one-off video of a random game doesn't do very well, but a live stream perhaps where we take a look at 3 or 4 of them might be something we can do. So I'm looking forward to kind of maybe looking at some of that sort of stuff as well. So Pocket was cool, but definitely the smallest DLC they had. The game is so much fun. Yeah, see, I maybe just missed all the DLCs, I think, because I remember that one coming out and thinking, oh wow, they're still developing this. But maybe I need to go back and look at the others. I definitely feel like I missed them. Anyway, here we are in Fairview Lake. Let's have a little bit of an overview. I was going to say overkill then. So we are overkilling it. We have a nice little entrance area with the beginnings of a main street. I mean, today we might look at sort of tidying up this sort of stuff, sticking roofs and back doors on stuff, like it's boring, but it needs to happen. Then we come into our sort of what I would consider to be very mid-American, mid-budget opening area. Just lots of QSR stuff, lots of fairly plainly placed rides, and then we have our first roller coaster, which is the Red Rooster, which is sponsored by a local chicken farm. Really had a good idea of what the vibe was for this park here, and I don't think we've lost it yet, but I feel like it's important to kind of remember that this is the sort of scale and budget that we're looking for, Yeah, morning Loud Leaf and also regular volume Leaf. Haven't watched in a while. just home after 7 months working on a cruise ship. I have a lot of YouTube to catch up on. Well, welcome back to dry land. What were you doing on the cruise ship, if you don't mind me asking? I have a lot of friends who work on cruises from my past life as a magician. Midwest local amusement park. Well, that's good. That's exactly kind of what we're going for there. We have to kind of bear that in mind as we continue to build and don't let the scope and the budget get away from us, which is something I can very often do if I'm not careful. It's one thing I'm having a lot of fun in Meanderville is that really the budget doesn't really matter. It's just still got to be real, but yeah, it doesn't need to be budgeted. So. Okay, then we have our sort of 90s area that still, I feel, does need quite a bit of work still. This is sort of like 90s mall aesthetic is kind of the idea here. I feel like it needs one or two buildings still. They all look like very sort of placed down buildings. I feel like maybe the back of the arcade needs to continue on into some QSR. Yeah, a lot of very open space at the moment. Maybe a restroom on the back of this one that runs down the side or something. I'm not sure. I think it needs something else. Or honestly, maybe a tree line will fix a lot of the problems as well. Hello there. Hi, Kiara. How's it going? Hey, Mr. Boat. I really wish the management in this game was better. After a while, it really begins to feel like it's another Sandbox. Yeah, unfortunately, Nitro, you're kind of right. Frontier aren't known for their beefy simulations. Personally, it's very much a fun-looking game, and wherever the go-karts ended up being, I think they're right over here at the moment. Yeah, there we go. And then we continue on the sort of classic, no real specific theme Americana vibe here with Mr. Twister, and yeah, it's kind of not sure what's going to end up over here. Somebody commented about how to fix this, and I forget now. I need to go back and read the comments on that. And then we began a sort of westerny themed area over here that needs a lot more fleshing out, and some trash cans. Let's do that, hey? Put a couple of those down. There we go. We've done something. We've built something in the game. You can all get off my back now. And IMAX Theatre wouldn't be out of place. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of think Planet Zoo 2... I kind of think Planet Zoo 2 won't happen. But maybe a Planet Zoo DLC for Plan Co 2. At least that would be perfect. I mean, no. Planet Zoo 2 is happening. Yeah. That's been announced. And that's all I can say about that. I'm going to get a new dude over here. Or dudette, I guess. I always think of the old man with the beard, with the mustache as the janitor from the first game, but no, it's a non-gendered job, as it should be. It's 2026. All right. Okay, where do we want to work today? I think we'll start... I just noticed over here... Look at this. Look at this. Just building for the thumbnail. This is why I don't put anything on the workshop, by the way. Because I build for the thumbnail. I got this angle on. I'm like, yep, thumbnail done. And we haven't even finished the building. Look at the state of this. What a mess. Alright. Let's get some of my trusty plaster. I feel like this is maybe the piece I use the most in the game. This thing is just awesome. Just do that and keep it simple. There we go. So what's going on here then? If we just gotta do that. Yeah, that's fine. Weird today. I quite like, hey Stokies. I was browsing my stream library yesterday and came across Creativerse, and it made me think of you. Oh yeah, remember that? It was like a Minecraft clone that was... They had a real aggressive content creator package. It was fun though. I enjoyed that. Happy live stream. Hey Rob, welcome. I love the Fosh and Chop shops. One of the best small builds in my book. Thank you. Yeah, I was really happy with it. When it's not finished, a creative design choice. Yes, we have a pool in the back, a rainwater fed pool. Alright, and I think a couple of AC units up here will probably just do the trick. You watch it not be called AC unit. Air conditioning unit, of course. We use the full title. There we go. Okay, I know they should probably be on the wall, but I think it just adds a little something there. Okay. Cool. Little boats pottering about. That's neat. What's this? Huh. Well, what about that? Merge setting disabled. Well, I don't really know what that does. Oh, nice. So that's foundation off. There we go. But, like, I can see that, look. There must be just, like, a slight incline over there. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go see if we can do this. Sometimes you just move these around, it kind of fixes. There we go. Okay, sometimes you move them around, it'll just sort of... very happy to tune in. Hey, Pipcam, how's it going, buddy? That's a trip hazard. Sure is. It took someone's shin out, that would. Okay, but it's fixed now, and we can continue on with our lives. Okay, so that's that done there. I think what I would like to try and do is start working on a little bit of this backstagey stuff, just to kind of ground it a little. We have to have these things around, right? So, and that's fine. We're happy to deal with them, but we can't just have them sat here in a you know, out in the open. So we'll go back to that blaster piece again. We'll probably use that a lot. And yeah, we can build it on the building. There we go. Which is basically this with a, yeah, I think that looks fine. Maybe too low there. Yeah, we definitely need it to be above ground there, but really it should be like there. So we'll probably have to affect the ground as well. Yeah, that's fine. Oop. Okay, I just want to build more. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. And then we could maybe do some steps down to the water. I don't know if it would really need it necessarily. I don't feel like that area there would... have that much maintenance to require like a full like concrete steps down or anything. No, I think it's the few times you need to get down there, you walk across the dirt, and that's fine. Maybe we could even make a sort of fake dirt path. How's it feel playing challenge mode as somebody who's usually a sandbox player? Honestly, Jan, at this point, as I think Nitro said before, this is sandbox now. I don't know. I've got $500,000 in the bank and never seemed to dip under it. Like the plan was always to like try and play the game financially conscious, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's it's kind of one of those things. Once you get to a certain point, it doesn't really do anything. I feel like something that the game lacks a little when it comes to the sort of simulation side of things is like the sort of like lack like sort of entropy, I guess. Like it just there's no negative to like continue playing. Like if I just left the game running now, and left it for 8 hours and came back, I would have 30 million in the bank and everyone would be pottering about. You know? That the one thing that Frontier games don't do very well is that sort of like once you solve the like solve the sims, the math, like there's no, you just sort of play. Gives you goals to it, yeah, and that's really all I really use challenge mode for now, is like come through here and be like, okay, well, okay, build a new coaster, let's see if we can do that, you know. Completion reward, 6 grand, cool. Let the game run for 30 seconds, I'll have 6 grand, you know. Like it needs like even if you go back to Roller Coaster Tycoon, there was like a ride similar to Red Rooster at another park has crashed, so attendance of Red Rooster is going to be really down for a while. You know, that just that little things like that. There's it's the end of the summer, so you're going to have crazy numbers for a little bit, and everyone's using 2-for-1 deals to get in. So you're making no more money, but you've got a huge amount of people to appease, and how they leave affects how many people are going to turn up next time. You know, like actional like seasonal seasonal issues that need to be dealt with, you know, like off season. What do? Do you just close and skip through it and you just pay like a maintenance fee? Or do you try and open and run on much lower staffing and I don't know, all that sort of stuff. Like honestly, a lot of that doesn't necessarily appeal to me, but if I was building this game, that's the sort of stuff I would think about for that chunk of the audience, you know. Staffing is going to be, yeah, exactly, all of that kind of thing. Like that, if you really want to, you know, really want to make Simulation of Old that they kept talking about in the first one, that's the kind of stuff you have to think about, I feel. Okay. So I don't want to throw anything down here because this isn't a path. I don't necessarily need staff to come down here. I don't think this thing even needs, like, staff to get to it or anything, to be honest with you. Like, it does have a staff zone that you can connect it to, but there's no, like, need for this to be on a path, which means I don't think staff have to get to it. So, we'll just throw some chain link around it, and maybe... I wonder if there's, like, some little, like, carts or something we can put there. Whereas we just kind of play pretend. Yeah, well, I use this game as a... It's Lego, right? You know, like it's a building game for me. But I do, you know, I do enjoy that sort of sim management in other stuff. I don't know. There's something about Planco that's like I'm spending because you can spend so long on the design and make it look so good. It's like all the sort of simulation stuff just kind of gets in the way. But that could just be because it's not very well implemented, and if it was better implemented, maybe you'd care more about it. I'm not sure, really. It's a tricky one. I like challenge mode because it quickly turns into sandbox with a live and open park. I mean, that's it, yeah. Like, it builds up nice. Hey, Miss Barbara, how's it going? All the awesome Planco content creators in the chat today. It's great to see. Power Generator 3 has expired service badge and its condition is degrading. See, I suppose that, you know, let me put my money where my mouth is. That is the sort of thing I should look at. Okay. It's right over here. But like, what does it mean? Okay, there you go. Fix that. Walks off from it. Call mechanic. Tammy Walton. So it's not even this guy. He's going to service the Enterprise. Okay. Power Generator 2 has an expired service badge. Okay. Well. I don't know which one 2 is, but whatever. We'll throw a few of them down. I don't know. We're all twiddling our thumbs. Your elbow might have been in then. Look at that service. Freshen up your coffee, hon. Years ago, my mum went to New York. And she came back and I was like, "Did you have a good time?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, come on then. What was the... Tell me a cool story or whatever." Thinking she'd talk about the Empire State Building or whatever. Statue of Liberty. Is that New York? That's New York. Is it Statue of Liberty? That kind of thing. And she said, "Oh, wow." She said, "We got on this bus. A tour of... go around one of these open buses." And she said the lady who sold the tickets, she said this is a day ticket and you can sort of jump on and jump off, like you've got the ticket for the day. Whenever you see one of our buses, you can just get on it. And she said the lady said with this ticket you can hop on, you can hop off, get a coffee, hop back on. And that was her single anecdote from New York, was that the lady said coffee. As if by magic, new coffee appears out of thin air. I know, I'm well kept, aren't I? Did you see the World of Warcraft player housing stuff? Folk are using Peace like you guys using Planko. I mean, I can't do it right now, but I could show you my player housing. I'm a WoW player. Yes, I built a pirate galley in my house. It's a Long Island accent. Yes, like very specifically, right? Like it's not the whole of New York. It's like it's a real specific sort of broad accent from a very specific area. But I love it anyway. She thought it was hilarious that this lady said coffee and whop on and whop off. All right, what we're doing? Oh yeah, over here, chain link fence. Woo, rock and roll. Saw your video on Planko 2 updates and community engagement. Remember when Edinburgh used to do community live streams every week in Planko 1? They should have something like that back. Yes, I mean, really, like I kind of liked the what do they call it, the monthly one. Oh god, what do they call it? Frontier Unlocked. I thought they were really good, and then they stopped. I mean, at some point, you have to. Some people who are clever at that kind of thing will weigh up financially what's working and what's not. And it obviously wasn't, I guess. But yeah, I feel like that's left a real gap in communications, and I believe it's something they're looking at improving from like little things I hear here and there. I think like obviously the if we can talk about Frontier on the larger scale for a moment, it went under a pretty big reform a year or two ago based on a couple of difficult years. They tried to expand and it didn't go super well, and then they've spent the last few years sort of like course correcting from that, and all of this stuff takes a huge amount of time. It's a lot of people's livelihoods are affected by it, so they've got to get it right, and these things aren't quick. And David Braben retired, as he very much deservedly could. I watched a random video the other day popped up, and it was people in the UK will know the name Charlie Brooker. I'm sure folks in the States will know some of his work. I'm sure Black Mirror is his probably biggest thing that he did. But he used to do a lot more sort of I don't know what you'd really call it, really. Like TV, like reviewing doesn't sound right. Like coverage, I guess. He used to do a lot of like TV coverage. He had a show called Scream Wipe that was really good. He did like 100 video games that changed the world or something like that. It was called. It was really good. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. Unfortunately, it does have a Graham Linehan jump scare because he's, back when he was still esteemed writer of the Crowd and Father Ted, and not, just a bigot. But well, maybe he was a bigot back then, but he hid it well. So you got to deal with clips of Graham Linehan occasionally. But it's got clips of a very young David Braben talking about Elite, which is seminal video game title. Really, I mean, it's not my kind of thing. Elite Dangerous, I played for maybe like 2 hours because Frontier sent me free ones. Really not my kind of game, but you can't argue that Elite isn't a real cornerstone of video game history, especially British video game history. So you got to give it to the guy, and then based off of that to then go into CMS stuff, and and obviously they were trying to branch out of the CMS stuff, and I imagine they saw Jurassic World Evolution, and basically saw it print money. Like comparatively to their other titles, and thought, oh wow, light simulation plus IP equals success. And then off the back of that, we got F1, we got some Games Workshop tie-ins, and none of them really hit the mark, and all of that stuff is very expensive, and obviously depending on how they license a lot of that money might be owed to companies despite sales and what have you. So the fact that Frontier is still around is pretty impressive, basically, after what seems to have been a really difficult period. And off the back of that, Johnny Watts took over again, did a great job sort of course correcting. Really nice guy, met him a few times in person from various events and what have you. And he stepped down, and I forget the lady's name who's taken over now. It wasn't a name I recognised before seeing her as CEO. And again, she's continuing this thing that Johnny seemingly started, which is this sort of rectification and this sort of realigning back to CMS focused and smaller scale. Although you could, I'd still argue that Planet Coaster is one of the larger scale CMS games that we've had in recent years. If you think of everything else that you would put in this sort of genre, anything else you could put in this genre is like a lot smaller scope. I feel like Planet Coaster and City Skylines, I feel, are two that sort of sit a bit higher up. Maybe something like Anno, I guess, you put up there. They also tried a publishing arm, which also failed. Yes, that's right. I remember being really excited about that, thinking we would see Tiny Glades and Foundations and Manor Lords, and instead the first game they tried to put out was this weird, like, it was like one of those platformers. It was a bit like was it Quap? Was it called Quap, where you like walked with the guy really badly, and it was like a bit of a meme game where the guy ran terribly and you could only use the QWOP. It was like that kind of thing, and it was like a blobby creature mass that you could fire out its arms to stick to walls to move it. I remember thinking, I have no idea what this is and why this is where they're going. And was it first person? I don't think it was even first person. I think the first thing they did was like it was this weird platformer. It was crazy. So yeah, but give them credit. They tried it. They realized, they rectified, and now I think they're course correcting. And yes, all of this stuff of like, I know a guy. Planet Coaster's dead. Like, it's gibberish. Trust me, bro. I know a guy as well. Actually, I don't. So I've got no real inside information right now. But like, there's no way they're done with this. Like, there's still so much they can do. And, you know, it's still making money. It's actually on a bit of an uptick since the beginning of this year. It's actually started to generate some good revenue, mostly in part due to costs being cut. I think I do think the team has been shrunk a little, but yeah, I think I still think there's lots of good stuff to come. And you know what? Honestly, even if there isn't, and this isn't me admitting that there isn't, I'm pretty sure we're going to hear something in the next week or two. But even if there isn't, I don't know. I'm playing it right now. I feel like I've done a fraction of what I want to do in the game. I get it that, like, it's nice to play stuff that you know is being worked on, you know, that has like an active development. Like that is part of it. I think my day job is in tabletop hobby. So miniature war games, TCG trading card games, that kind of thing. So I'm trying not to use jargon in case it's an area that you don't know about. But yeah, like Magic the Gathering, Warhammer 40k, that kind of thing. That's the day job. Is I'm a manager at a store that sells that sort of stuff. And it's the same with that, really. Like recently, Shatterpoint, which was a Star Wars themed miniature game, it was announced that development was well, I mean, they said it in no fewer words that development was ending. It was becoming a legacy title, and they were going to refocus on their other titles and that kind of thing. Basically, they're basically saying it's dead. But you know, the game still exists. I still own the rule book and I still own all the miniatures. But just knowing that it wasn't something that the developer was working on anymore instantly made me think, well, I'll go and find something else to play. You know, so like I get it. I get that there is something to be said about the game being in active development and therefore, like as part of it. Like I do totally see that. But even if we never see anything else from Planet Coaster 2, which of course we will, but even if we never did, I'd still be happy playing it because I just enjoy, you know, the process with the tools that we have right now. You know, it's like them coming out and saying they're never going to make another Lego brick. All my Lego still works, you know. Modding scene starting to be, modding scene is getting impressive, to the point where like I feel like I have to care about it now. I've always been a little bit mod averse. But yeah, seeing some of the stuff they're able to do now, it's making me think, oh wait, maybe this is something that we have to sort of sit up and say, does this make sense just to have all of this caged in? I mean, I can't really not make it caged in. I suppose I could close it off here and have a gate. Service the content we've got. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, even I look back at like what I was making when the game launched, after already having whatever 8 years in Planet Coaster 1, and thinking I came out the gate running with Planet Coaster 2. I look back at some areas of Planquatica now and think, oh, that's a bit shite. You know, like it. I feel like, you know, and then you look at some other creators, like look at the stuff that John's been showing recently, Mass Bandit. I would argue that he's just finding his groove in Planet Coaster 2 now, you know. I think just the immediate power area would be caged. Yeah, I could go with that as well. This looks a bit silly having like chain all the way down here, I think. So do we stop it there? And maybe this has like a low fence. But yeah, I think you're right. So what we can do is get the 2-meter versions of this and make like a little gate out of it. For staff to walk through. Yeah, I think we'll have a building at the other end. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. So we do something like that. That suggests gate, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I feel like it does need something else in here, but I don't know. I don't know what that is. Would this be roofed as well? It probably would. Like, I don't mind it being in the open, but I feel like it would probably have a roof on it. Is that cage not massive? Oh, it's just a foot. It's just 4-foot chain link fence. It's pretty standard. I don't necessarily want the box looking cage. I like the area being secure. Maybe some like oil drums or something. I don't know. Camtasso Park and Battlefloor are night and day, mostly because my switch to console. Yes, well that's it. Yeah, I mean I imagine that made a big change as well. But yeah, even still, just a year in the game, and we're seeing some stuff now. Like what 2 more years is going to look like would be crazy. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm surprised I didn't think of that, actually. I do that. Like, pretty much every gate I ever build, it's slightly cracked. I bet the one over here is. Yeah. Pretty much always make a gate slightly cracked. Little maintenance shed. I like the idea of, like, a little maintenance shed, yeah. Yes, I like the idea of a little maintenance shed. Okay. Oh, look at us doing backstage, baby. What would a maintenance shed be made out of? Like corrugated metal? Like, this is fine. It might be better. Ooh, I don't know. My worry is that this is going to look a bit boxy. Which is the better corrugated roof? That's a western one, isn't it? That's very rusty. I think this one with the colour change is probably better. And see you later. Cheers, Tom. Appreciate you being here, bud. Classic corrugated. Do we not have, like, all of the internal angles of this roof? I mean, that's really infuriating, because I was thinking of doing, like, a little L with it. How do you spell corrugated? Corrugated. I'm thinking we don't make a building. We just do like something like that. Be a staff room in disguise. No, I don't want this to be a real path. I have got that a few places. Like here it goes down. Oh, there's another building we can do, look, today. But I don't need, like, I don't really need anything like that down here. I want to try and keep the staff up into an area they're more useful. So I think this one is just for show. Lean to. Yeah, I think it's more of that. It's not necessarily a building, it's more of a just a cover. Yeah, I think something like that. Maybe one more there. And then we just frame it out and we throw some stuff underneath, a couple of pallets of shite. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Alright, let's go in there then. So let's think which is going to be a good metal post for this kind of thing. This is all a bit too chunky. Although this will scale down. Alright. Okay. Size-wise... Oh, I can't... We're just going to cheat this grid out of the way because it's annoying me. Okay. I mean, I clearly want to select that. Too bad there's no lawnmowers in this game. Perfect place for them. I mean, there might be one on the workshop, or that is the sort of thing we could have a go at making. Okay, this tile's not great, but maybe if we grow it a little, just have it as like an adjustable thing. That's cool. Okay, so let's take the edge off these colours. Oh, this is just changing the ribbon down there. Okay, so we'll change all of that together. Okay, a great train. Yeah, that's a good idea. I do miss the... Yeah, me too. Although, like I said, I think a lot of people are just really focusing on mods now, which is personally very exciting. Okay. Wow, these don't select nice. All right. Something like that. There we go. I think it actually needs to be thinner at the top. I think something like that looks okay. There are some non-gritty concepts. There are, yes. I think these ones are okay though, because it's that corner piece that's going to be tricky to do without them. Okay, these really don't select well. My goodness. Let's just help ourselves out a minute. All right. All right. There. Okay. And then we kind of need it to run along the back at least. Maybe it needs a post in this corner as well, I think. Okay, so we'll copy that. And we'll put the snap distance on. Okay. Is that about right? Yeah. Not worried about it being exact, but that's fine. Okay. A grubby, dirty looking decal on the floor where the mechanic will work. Yeah, where there's just been years of stepping, basically. Wow, this thing just... These do not... Not like to be selected. Okay, so technically we should do these separate because they're different scales. Okay, fix those back pieces in a minute. Oh, we're way off. closing. Oh, no. This one needs like that, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Looks like a stronger corner unit. This is 2 here. We only want 1. There we go. Okay. And there's it going to get us all the way? Yeah, pretty much. There we go. That's the sort of thing you'd find in a Home Depot, Canadian Tire, home base, I guess. Is that home base in the UK? Yep, and that's good. I think it feels like it needs just a thing there. Yeah, actually that looks right. I wonder if it'll actually look right if it's both. Yeah, I think that looks right. Oh man, these things just don't want to be selected. Oh my word. Right, I want you and you. There we go. Oh, B&M. B&M or the range? So where'd you go for, like, I don't know, like garden set? What's your garden centre now? That seems wild. You're not sure? I've never used it. No, I don't think I have, actually. But I'm not sure I'll use it again. It really annoys me that some pieces just are badly selectable. It's a good one, though. Like, it looks the part, but yeah, it's irritating. Queues at the souvenir place. I don't even know if we have a souvenir store, do we? Right. Oh my word, this is infuriating. What? I just want that. I just want one of those pieces there. There we go. That's all I wanted. Got a nice texture on it, though. It's every single one of these is in the. But it just, why won't it select anything? Is that a different? Did I make a different grid there? Oh my word! Does it come in shorter lengths? I think no. You can have a look though. Give me a sec. I'll put the work in for you, Min. Happy to do it. Scaffolding. There's a 4-meter beam and a 4-meter column. Oh, look at that. Oh, I know you love your columns. Just in for a bit, doing some more development for mod menu before I head to bed. Nice, Carpetine. Good work, buddy. Looking forward to having a mess with it. Yeah, I think I'd like to do a video. I was thinking, if we don't hear anything from Planet Coaster 2 in the next week or two, I want to do a video called, like, No Update, No Problem, and go over some of the mods that people could basically build their own update out of. Those two pieces together, I think, actually are quite nice. There you go. That's what I have to say about that. Clutter. Yes, this game needs some clutter. I'm hoping we get some sort of like studio pack equivalent. That would be nice. Okay, looks fine. Looks a bit lost behind the chain link, but I think it all sort of adds to what's happening. Missing the point here. Would this game be more fun if you could kill your guests? Yes, you're missing the fun. I'm missing the point even. Okay. There is a big recycling bin, isn't there? Yeah. There we go. Boop. Oh, there is this little thing here. Tuk. Oh, I don't think it looks like a. What am I trying to say? Like a usable car. There's little things like this, right? Like they know we care about this stuff. You know? If I recall correctly, Homebase was bought by an Aussie home improvement retailer, Bunnings, who tried to turn it closer to Bunnings, and Homebase declined as they didn't realise the difference between the two markets. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, Catchy Jonti Live. Hey, Sparrowhawk. Good name. There's the cone from the toy box that could be useful. Oh, yeah. Love some cones. Yeah, continue to... Yeah. This is good. So, like, even this, right? Like, they've purposely not made this look too cartoony, right? I think the color is probably a little light. And we will yellow it a little. There we go. But yeah, you know, like they clearly think about this kind of thing. There we go. Always rotate your stuff a little. The amount of folks I see who don't, and it's such a weird thing. Yeah, let's talk about this for a minute. Right. You want to make a corner. You want to make a little pile of these, right? The amount of people I'll see who'll do that. And unless something like actually fits together this way, it's wrong when these are so neat. They don't stack neatly like that. They'll be thrown, you know. Just take a second to go in. Even just subtly makes all the difference. And then the other thing that you'll always see me do, which is probably a little overkill, is if you can put something on its side, put one on its side. That's a very jaunty move. You'll spot that now in my future builds. Little things like that make all the difference. Cones on a wonk. Exactly. If you're a member here, you should be able to do plant on a wonk, I think. There we go. Look at that. This plant on a wonk has been a foundational pillar of geekism for the longest time. Have you seen any of the new World of Warcraft player housing? Yes, you're actually the second person to mention it today. I've been playing WoW for 10 years, maybe more. Let me think. Whenever, like, I started playing during Wrath of the Lich King, whenever that was. And yes, I very much love player housing. I haven't done loads with it, but I have very much enjoyed the implementation of it. How they like the scaling and the complete movement of it. It was actually very well implemented. I was very impressed. It's one of the better features from WoW in recent years, I think. Good morning. I was going to suggest a knocked over one. Nice, yeah, it works well. So what else have we got? What else have we got that will work? There's that barrier fence, I think. A few of these stacked up, but not like these are really good. The color is a little off, personally. It's like a little bit bright out the gate, but just making these grey, I think works really well. It's too dark. Maybe that sort of like, steel grey, and like a bit more texture on this wouldn't kill us. Yeah, these things piled up. Anyone who's worked in any kind of event management has had to deal with these things. I know you're cursing them. Ugh, they're awful. Nice. Oh. There we go. 16k gold on stuff for my player housing. Yeah, soon adds up, eh? And I was like running old dungeons and stuff because the last boss drops a cool fireplace. Where Pete's get 10 hands of play coaster. Yeah, no, it is. It's awesome. I was very impressed with it. Yeah, I was very impressed with it. I would like a little bit more like usability from some of the stuff. Although you've got to be very careful to not just end up with not barracks. What was it called? There was one expansion where they gave you like a little like Farmville kind of thing, and it could do everything that a city could, and it made the cities empty. Oh, what was it called? It wasn't barracks, was it? Garrisons. Yes, yeah. Garrisons, and that I didn't like that. It removed a lot of the world from World of Warcraft. But even still, little things like the little box that you have at the front of the plot in housing, like that should be a letterbox. Like I don't think that would be terrible to make that a mailbox. Things like that I think would help. Cool. Okay, well I think that's that. Oh, we were going to do some like decal stuff. Oh, and a little grate in the middle. I think that's a good idea. If we go vent, there's a lot of cool vents we can use. Something like this. Yeah. Dresses as transmog, yeah, little things like that. Not everything. Like don't give me a little auctioneer guy sat somewhere, But I do think there's room for stuff there. I just realised this would probably be better if it's if the curve was at the bottom. Look more doorish. Ooh. And in my head, I'm like, oh, trash bags, but that was a PC One Studio thing, wasn't it? So trash bags are no good. You can get a mailbox thing. Yeah, I think you can. But, like, there's no reason why that one at the front shouldn't just be one automatically. What else we got? There's no pallet, is there? I mean, we could build a pallet, I suppose. Pallet's not a terrible idea. We should build a pallet. What's the best wood for a pallet? It's probably that piece, but on its own. Color little sacks black, and it kind of works. Oh, like the market decoration ones? No? Is it just called sack? Oh, these things? Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see that working. They're a little overly textured, maybe, but oh yeah, that'll read as a trash bag, especially if they're like placed around here. It's the end of the day report. I mean, you don't realise how that. I mean, that's literally in my head every single time it happens. Is there any crate? There are crates, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't feel like the crates are a thing. Like, do crates actually come? Stuff actually come in crates in real life? I mean, the other thing I'm very aware of is that I'm sure all this exists on the workshop built better than this already. Oh man, the knot in these things is so aggressive. Duplicate that somehow. Okay. One, two. Oh no. Oh no. 3. Something like that. What's a pallet look like? It's got to have a couple on the bottom as well, hasn't it? That's pallety enough for me. Judging by the state of big Disney Universe parks, I'm always tempted to surround one of my signature rides with construction walls and little signs saying "Pardon our dust." Yeah, there's some people who've done that sort of stuff before. I know Rudy did a thing with a building truck and stuff. Yeah, yeah, it's good. I like that sort of stuff. I was watching a walkthrough of, I forget what it's called now, but it's the new sort of plaza area of Disneyland's Paris is what was. Hollywood Studios. Oh man, I could not get my words out there at all. It's like, is it called Adventure World now or something? I don't know. But their plaza area, beautiful, really beautiful. But there's a lot of that sort of big walls and pardon our dust signs. Yeah. Okay, that looks like a pallet to me. And these will just go here. Disney Adventure World. There we go. Yeah. Usually use the piece called Wooden Jetty platform for pallets. Oh no, is there just one that just works? Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like a pallet. Oh man, yeah. I mean, yeah. What's the bottom of it look like? I mean that. Yeah, that is basically a pallet, isn't it? Oh, that's a really great piece, actually. Oh, the wood texture is lovely on that, isn't it? Look at this. I've been playing the game for a year. Oh man, you could. I've definitely used this before, I'm sure, but I haven't really thought about it. That would just look. That looks good. Just in the ground. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the one I've built is slightly more anatomically correct, but it's also 12 pieces. Well, 12 pieces instead of one. So, well, it was a fun project, but yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't just use that one. The one you made me was fun. It was. It was. There's also that one as well. What's that look like? That's a little bit too stylized. Yeah, no, that scaled down is a palette. Yeah. Peace can't raise supreme. I don't know. Not with the prices of RAM and graphics cards these days. Gotta get this baby lasting as long as she can. Alright. Yeah, that still very much reads palette to me. Pile O pallets. Whee. Oops. Oops. There we go. You're going to add a forklift to this area? I mean, that would make sense. I don't feel like building a forklift. I bet there's probably one on the workshop, though. Who is playing Planet Coaster 2 building Disney Adventure World? I don't know. I'd love to see it. I watched a walkthrough of that new area last night, and instantly I was like, oh my god, I'm going to try and build this in Planet Coaster. But it was like 11 o'clock at night. But it is something I wouldn't mind trying. It looks it looks beautiful, and it'd be fun to build. And I wonder whether the issues I'm having with the entrance plaza of Meanderville are looking a little disjointed. That sort of roof scheme that they've got might work over a lot of that and tie it all together. So you may see a bit of it in Meanderville. Forklift looks like a fire safety hazard. Absolutely, yes, it does. That's fine by me, though. Oh, yeah. Look at these. There's loads of cool forklifts. Is this just the same one uploaded over and over again, or have people actually made lots of different forklifts? These all look great. There's a French guy doing the Lion King where they haven't made yet. Oh, neat. That'd be cool. Yeah, that's like a Splash Mountain kind of thing, right? Please share that. Throw it on Bronation or something so I can find it after the stream. You also had a pallet lifter instead. I feel like it would be somewhat easy to build with art shapes. Now, what do you mean by pallet lifter? Is that just like the pulley thing? Yeah. I mean, that's forklift starter pack. I kind of love. So what's in this forklift starter pack? Some boxes on pallets. That gas thing is cool, eh? This is great. Who made this? He Who Watches. My goodness, it's a bit deep. He Who Watches. It was only made 2 weeks ago. See, awesome stuff coming out. I mean, that forklift might have been pulled from somewhere else, but they all look a little different. I think we're going for that one because I like that. I like that those gas canisters. Lever on wheels, the force.